The Dréimire Project was set up by Crooked House Theatre Company with assistance from the Irish Arts Council to help young people from different ethnic backgrounds and different socioeconomic backgrounds to audition for and apply to third level colleges for acting courses. It offers intensive support to 20 young people who are interviewed and selected from around the country in monologue work, in choice of monologues, and in applying through all the forms for the various colleges in the UK and in Ireland. There's also financial assistance available for young people who find auditioning expensive, and assistance with flights to and from auditions. To apply to the Dréimire Project, just visit our website where we've got all the information about applying and also resources for young people who want to audition.
I'm Javaherian, I'm 21, I have an Iranian and Irish background. Yeah, I suppose the biggest thing for auditioning for me was the support group that came along with that. I just like, you could have anyone to email or like to WhatsApp, and they respond to you and they give you feedback on like your monologues. I didn't even know what monologue to do. I didn't even know if I should do a monologue that was my age or a 60-year-old guy or a 40-year-old woman. I didn't know what to do because I didn't even read Shakespeare. I didn't read any contemporary plays. So back in 2020 in November, I just jumped on. I got a part of the Kildare Youth Theatre's production of Merchant of Venice, and I jumped on with Peter Hussey, and we did one-to-one sessions on Zoom, and it was just this open space you could have for an hour, 2 hours, and you're just going through the scene, going through the monologue, learning more. As I got further and further in, I just got more and more like in love with it and obsessed with it kind of, and it's just been like such a good time. I mean, and looking back, I needed all those things in order to get my audition to where it was. I was just kind of going along with it, but everyone was helping me in this community, helping me with preparation in hindsight. Without the Dréimire Project, I'd be a bit lost. I mean, I wouldn't really know where to go. I never thought acting was a thing that you could just, an actual like step kind of process you could do. I always thought it was just a random kind of shot in the dark, or like only certain lucky people get it or whatever. But now I've realized that it's literally a thing you can do. You can go, you can plan, you can do a session, you can do like a 1 hour thing, and you get better and better as the weeks go on, and then eventually you can start to apply for colleges. And that's what I learned, like applying for colleges, applying through UCAS, and once you start applying, you're like, wait, this actually might happen, and then you get in. And that's where I'm at now. So I'm like, this is cool. And if I get in now, that's like, you do 3 years in college and then you can potentially get an agent and then you're on your way. But I didn't know that was a thing like 6 months ago, literally.
Hi, my name is Abdelaziz Sanusi. I am 24 years old. I started acting when I was a little kid, but I was living in Tripoli, Libya. That's where I came from. But I never got the opportunity to actually act in theaters or any acting experiences. I moved to Ireland when I was 16. I had zero English, zero nothing. So I had to start from point zero. I joined the Kildare Youth Theatre. I started doing shows, met with other actors, which gave me the confidence to perform more in a different language that I wasn't raised on. But then I started my drama school audition journey back in 2018. That was my first year of auditioning, so I auditioned for about 7 or 8. I got into the last round of RADA and Central for the first year, but I didn't get anywhere. But then I tried again in 2019. I got to the last round in RADA only this year, and nowhere else. And then I took a year off in 2020. And then I tried again this year, and we got in Central in a BA acting course, which is amazing. The Dréimire Project helped in many ways. It's mostly in a financial way, because most of these kids don't even afford the application fees to just apply. They wouldn't afford it, so that the Dréimire Project helped a lot in that. And also training your monologues, train the way you perform, train your mindset to even, be ready for the audition. It kind of gave me all the support that I need to be in the same room with other amazing actors, and that's the most important part for me. I don't know, give you the confidence to actually audition.
My name is George. I'm 23 years old. I was originally born in Bulgaria, but I moved to Ireland 12 years ago now. I've been consistently getting the support of Dréimire throughout my audition process. I started 2 years ago, and I started auditioning for kind of the biggest drama schools in the UK. I started off with 6 last year, I think, and I cut it down to 5 this year. Because I kind of knew what I wanted and what I didn't want and what I was going for. Honestly, the financial support alone was enough to make it worth it. Because it does come with its own challenges mentally, and it can be quite tolling. So just having peace of mind that everything that you do is kind of paid for and taken care of, like the flights if you have to go, if you know, the actual auditions, which cost a lot of money, especially when you do more than 5 or 6 of them. That's a huge help. And aside from all that, you know, it was great to have constant support from everyone around you, and to be working with professionals one-on-one, you know, 2-3 times a week, and to be literally held by the hand throughout every step of the process in the audition process. And that support through Peter and through the Dréimire Project was such an uplift, especially in the down times, because it's easy to focus on the success and to say I got in, but it's the rejections and all the times where you feel like you just can't do it anymore that the project really kind of comes into play, and you feel supported and surrounded by people who want you to succeed and who want you to make it and get in, and it's just a really rewarding experience. The rehearsal process was quite rigorous. I would say that once you find your monologues, it's easy enough to go on, and then from that point on, it's like constant work. You could be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 sessions a week, and you could be, you know, rehearsing on your own in your bedroom constantly all the time, repeating the monologues. And monologues are different to dialogue because, you know, for example, with me, I needed like 7 months to really get a grasp of my audition speeches. When you're working with people who really want to squeeze the best out of you, it can be really exhausting. So 3-4 times a week is kind of standard, you know. Once a week, like an hour-long session would be the main, and then you could have a few sessions during the week where people are, you know, catching up with you and seeing how you're progressing, texts, that sort of thing. Especially during COVID, because you can't meet up in person. I think another part of the audition process and the rehearsal is not just learning how to do your monologues, but also learning how to overcome the nerves that come with it and how to use them to your advantage. Honestly, the people working with me during this time and the Dréimire Project were so supportive and super helpful in that aspect.